have a flash sale going for a few seconds. I'll run it again. And it is for half yards of this Party of 12 by Judy Rothermel, Marcus Brothers. If you want half yards of this out of print, hard to find, gorgeous Judy Rothermel. I just wanted to feature it at the first, and it's in the buy it now. I'm running half yards on flash for $9. This fabric is awesome. So let me run that again. Sorry, I thought I had it on a longer time. So it is running again, 30 seconds. If you want half yards of this out of print, Marcus Brothers, Judy Rothermel. Welcome in, everybody. I am Dana. Bert is here. Today we're doing a continuation of Civil War reproduction prints. And I have a lot of quilt little kits and patterns today. We've got felted wool, and we've got lots of nice stuff. Thank you for your purchases on that. And then I have a couple other prints in the buy it now as well that we'll run flash sales on. All right, welcome in. Let me know in chat what everyone's looking for today. If you're here, you saw the thumbnail. We're doing Civil War. Looking for and we have felted wool, and we have some other stuff related to that. So tell me what you want to see. And I'm going to run a couple of little things that were fun finds.
Cotton quilting.
All right. So these are little mini quilt patterns. And they're the kit. So it has the pattern and the fabric in there. And these are Civil War fabrics. So this one is Varieties Crossing. It makes a 16 by 16 mini quilt using Joe Morton Andover fabric. This is what it says on there. And here's the fabric that was in the little packet here. Looks like we've got couple of quarter yards, like 3/4 yard pieces, and then this one looks a little bit bigger. So you've got about, a yard's worth of fabric in there to make this. And there's a color copy of the pattern. She liked to make copies of all her patterns so she didn't have to use the original. It was easier for her. So there's a color copy of the pattern in there, the fabric, to make this cute little mini quilt. So we're going to run this. It is the pattern and all the fabric. And I'm going to do a thank you for your purchase. There we go. So mini quilt, all the fabric. You've got the pattern, original pattern in the little packet, and a color copy of the pattern in there as well. So cute little mini quilt kit. Varieties Crossing. And Cindy is in. Thank you, Cindy. And I have quite a few sets like this. We'll run those. And then I have some that are just the little patterns that we'll run. Cindy's taking that. And then we'll do our next run.
Thanks, bro.
Lot faster. All right, this one, there's a ton of fabric in here. I think way more. Looks like enough to make a couple of this one. And she's got a lot of it pre-cut in there. And this one is Spice Market Cannonballs, 18.5 by 18.5. And that is the original little cardstock pattern. It's not in its original little plastic sleeve. But look how much fabric's in here. And then you've got all this pre-cut little squares. The fabric without the pattern in there weighs 9.5 ounces. So that's a couple of yards worth of weight on this one. So let's do this one. You get the little pattern and all that fabric you see in there. So it's about weight-wise about 2 yards of fabric And you get the pattern and the little pre-cut pieces in there.
Man, how many
Oh, I
yards
didn't
of
change the
fabric
time.
I'd weight-wise?
So cute little cannonball mini quilt pattern and all the fabric in there. It makes an 18.5 by 18.5 mini quilt. Thank you for your bids. And that one, I didn't change the time, sorry. So we get to look at it for a minute. And no Sheila is in the win.
No,
for
Sheila.
that. Congrats. Thank you for your first purchase.
Oh,
Ooh, that was kind of loud.
I couldn't help it. It was a knee-jerk reaction to getting a new
All right, this one is
Thanks, no Sheila.
looks like she's got most of it pre-cut. This is the little pattern, and it actually makes two little mini quilts. A 2x2 tic tac that is an 8.5-inch square, and a 3x3 tic tac 13-inch square. She's got a color copy in there of the pattern, and then you've got a lot of it pre-cut in there. So that's a really cute one. All right, we're gonna run this one for 15 seconds. I'm changing the time because I remembered. And that is running. So that cute little pattern for the two little mini quilts. Looks like everything's pre-cut in there and you have a color copy of the pattern. Thank you for your bids. And that one is going to go to
Dr.
Kate
Gallo.
Gallup. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate Gallo. Thank you, Doctor.
All right, this is a nice, I have two of these patterns like this, but they're two different ones. And this one has some fat quarters in here. So this pattern is called Fat Quarter Quilting 4 Fabric Quilts, patterns for 9 small quilts using fat quarters. This is a really cool pattern. And it says all the quilts finish size 16 by 20. And each quilt uses 4 fat quarters. And then inside here, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different fat quarters that she had started to collect for one of these she wanted to make. These are so stinking cute. So it's the pattern and 5 fat quarters, and these are all Civil War looking pretties. So I'm going to put that in the back so you can see the pattern. And let's get this one going. I'm going to start this one at $10. That's $2 a fat quarter, and then the pattern is essentially no extra cost if it runs for that much. So awesome pattern for 9 mini quilts that are made using fat quarters. Here's 5 fat quarters to use to make them. And then you can collect obviously some more.
No, Sheila.
I'm taking that. Good deal.
Thank you, no.
All right, here is one of those patterns that just is the pattern. And this pattern is marked 12.25. So it's sold originally for $12.25. Here is the pattern for some more of those 9 design fat quarter quilts. Mini quilts that are finished size 16 by 20. And this just has the nice pattern in there. Such a cool pattern. I love it. Using your fat quarters. Going to No Sheila. Congrats. All right, let's do this. This was in just a little sleeve, and it is a finished mini quilt with the scraps left. So I'll show you. So it's a little mini quilt. So it's like a big quilt block. Isn't this gorgeous? And I couldn't figure out what pattern it went with, so I don't know where the pattern is, but it's a nice little mini quilt that measures 13.5 by 13.5 square. And then here's the scraps that were left from making this. So you're getting this little quilt block, mini quilt, and the leftover square pieces. And I will put them back in this sleeve so we don't lose any of the little pieces. All right, 13.5-inch square mini quilt plus the extra pieces in there. Here we go. And that's really pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Look how pretty that is. That's a lot of work to piece all these out, isn't it? Beautiful Civil War fabrics, mini quilt, and the extra scraps. And that's going to know Sheila.
Sheila.
And I should say it's a mini quilt top because
Thank
it
you
doesn't
very
have the
much.
back on it, obviously. You could tell that. Okay. Here's some of these cute little patterns that are little mini quilt patterns. And I'm going to run these for 10 seconds. So we'll go pretty fast. If you see one you love, just snag it. So this one is Crossroads into Leesburg 12 by 12 mini quilt pattern. And
A mini quilt. That's a good idea for like a
these sold for about
Christmas gift or something.
Yes, I do have, well, I have wool that is felted wool. So it's not in strands in rolls. It's not, what's the right word for it? It has not been spun and into rolls. So but it's felted wool that has been, heat treated, shrunk, and made to be like felt, but it hasn't been pulled apart into strands. And I can't remember that term. All right, so here we go. I'm just running these for $2 starts. They were originally $4 at the quilt shop.
I believe the proper
So
term is
cute little 12 by 12
wounded.
mini quilt pattern in the little pack. That one's adorable. And Sue B is in for that one. Congrats. Next one up is this one.
Thanks, Sue.
This one makes a 15 by 15. It's called Bridgeport Plaza. 15 by 15 mini quilt. And these were all made, I think, for Joe Morton fabrics because it says that on the back. Oh, some of them have different artists. Anyway, they're all really cute. So this one's a 15 by 15 using Joe Morton.
Doctor.
Kay.
Thank you, Kay.
Getting that one. This one is Irish Holiday 19 by 19. Ooh, that's pretty. So a little 19 by 19. And let's go down to 10 seconds because I forgot to. All right, 10 seconds. Here we go. That one's running.
This is the lick and stick that tastes like corned beef and cabbage.
And Kristen is in for that one. This one is Sweet Emil's New England Runner. And it makes a 29 by 13 runner. And it has a couple of options on there for you to do it a couple of different ways. So a 13 by 29 runner pattern. And that is going. Sweet Emil's New England Runner. Thank you for your bids. And Trisha is taking that one. All right, this one is the same exact pattern. There were two of them. So if someone else wants this one, there's a second one of that. She taught a lot of the estate owner that had this taught a lot of classes. And so sometimes she would have duplicates so she could hand them out in the class.
So she could duplicate.
So 13 by 29 runner going to
Tanya.
Thank you for your first purchase.
77 first purchase. Welcome.
All right, this one is Sweet Emil's Pinwheel, and it makes a 12.5-inch square. That is cute. 12.5-inch square mini quilt. Little fun pattern that's running. And most of these it tells you on here you just need for like the amount of fabric you need for these,
grab that.
pretty scant, so you can use your scraps. All right, this one is so pretty. Blue Goose variety. Thank you, Kristen. 15 3/4 square. Love this one. And it uses a toile. Look how pretty that is with the toile in there. All right, here we go. That's running. These are very scrap friendly because you can just find some pieces you already have
Use unique fabric,
and
not a
make these
toile.
fun little quilts.
Not a toile. Hey,
Not a
Patty
toile.
Free.
Patricia's getting that one. All right, this one is Madison Manor Gate 12 by 12. And it's fat quarter friendly. Super cute design. Love that one. And here we go. $2 start on that one. And then I have some scrap bundles that were in this bin with all these that we're going to run. You're going to get some nice scrap bundles. Kristen gets
takes
that. All right, this one is Sweet Emily's Lonesome Tree 12 by 12. Oh, that's cool. It's like a tree design. So a little 12 by 12. That's running. And it says it's using Joe Morton's Sweet Emily fabric. Is it Emily or Emile?
I put
Emily.
Emily's, I would say.
Okay. That one's going to
Kristen.
Kristen. This one is Star-Crossed Lovers 21 by 21. I think of all the ones, I think this was my favorite. I just love that pattern. And the name is fun. And it's a 21 by 21. Here we go. This one is running. 21 by 21. Star-Crossed Lovers using Joe Morton's fabric line. You don't have to use their fabrics. You can use whatever you want on these fun little scrappy quilts. Patricia's getting that.
Free.
All right, and then this one is Schnibbles by Miss Rosie's Quilt Co. And it measures 30 by 30. So this one's a little bit bigger, 30 by 30. Ooh, that's pretty. So that one, here we go. Little 30 by 30 quilt pattern. Thank you for your bids. That one is going to Sheila.
No,
Congrats.
Sheila.
All right, here's your
Sorry,
scraps.
Sheila.
So she had in this bin with those patterns, which makes sense, a bunch of pieces that she was going to use to make these or for her class. And I weighed out 2 bundles that weigh 12 ounces each, roughly. One, I think they're all both over 12, just right around 12 ounces. And all the pieces are, you know, some smaller, some are like 6-inch width of fabric.
Any purple?
Just, you know, all kinds in here. So I'll just kind of show you what's in this bundle. Do I have any purple fabrics today? Let me think. Most of what I have out today is the Civil War type stuff, and purple's kind of a rare color in those. I have some that have just lots of different colors, but and I have some wovens that have a little bit of purple.
So hang tight. Maybe
Yeah.
not. We don't know.
All right, so this is a scrap bundle that weighs 12 ounces. And it's going to run for a $6 start. That's the equivalent of almost 3 yards of fabric in most brands of fabric. So here we go.
Even if you're
And you're getting all these pieces. Look how pretty all this stuff is. I see lots of Joe Mortons. I see some Judy Rothermans in there.
Loretta?
So these are really good scraps. Linda is taking that bundle.
Thanks, Linda.
Congrats.
So,
And they're all pretty good size pieces.
Hold tight, Loretta. And
this next bundle has some pretty plum colors in it.
If you ever have any questions, go ahead and ask, and then I'll try and take advantage of your name or something.
All right, and this one has a little bit bigger pieces in some of them. All right, so this is the next scrap bundle. So you get everything that I'm showing. Most of them are big strips. Ooh, that's really pretty. So lots of stuff in there. Look at those gorgeous ones. All right, so that whole bundle,
Coming at you
12
fast and
ounces
furious.
of Civil War type fabrics, and they're beautiful. They were in with these patterns that she was going to use to make all those fun little quilts. And that's going
Patty
to
P.
Trisha.
Thank you, Patty
Thank you.
Pretty.
All right, here are two more bundles like that. These also weighed 12 ounces. This one's got some purples in there. That one's pretty. So 1, 2, 3. That one's a big chunk. That's a really big chunk. It's thick. So all of this stuff.
Oh, Patty, this is a good
Ooh,
one.
that's pretty.
She probably hates Patty.
And ooh, that's a Judy. Those two look like Judy's, those three. All right, here we go. Big 12-ounce bundle of pieces. You just got a nice variety there. Look at how much variety you get. That one's really cool. I definitely see some Joe Mortons and some
Linda
Judy
takes
Rothermells
that
in
bad
there.
girl.
Thank you, Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
All right, last bundle like that. Again, these are 12 ounces. And let me just give you a little preview before we start it running.
Muy
There's some
lindo.
nice green olives and stuff in this bundle. That one's pretty. That one's, I think, a Judy. That one's a Judy. So yeah, you get a nice variety in there as well. Here we go. That's running 10 seconds. 12 ounces of scrap bundle from these little quilt kits, her little collection. So nice pieces in there. And that's going to
Dr.
KG.
Gallo.
Thank you.
Thank you, K. Gallo.
All right. These are two patterns that were in maybe I'll do these in the giveaway because these are copies. Yeah. I'll do these with the giveaways because they're just some little color copies. So I don't want to sell them. So we'll just do them as giveaways. So in our buyer giveaways, I'll throw some of those in. All right.
Here we go.
What's next?
Any requests?
I'm just going to start with some. I have a stack of half yards, 2 yards, 3 yards. I'm just going to start going through, and then I also have bundles of fat quarters. You guys want some wool already? So we have lots of bags of wool ready. So if you want the felted wool, all right,
Yes, Grandma. Mother's jewelry box, 3 bags full. Actually,
let me
3
start
bins
with
full.
a couple of the small bags. So these are 2 ounces. Ignore anything on the bags. We reuse bags. So this is 2 ounces of small pieces of felted wool.
So we have new people, so get the quilt
Yeah,
out.
let me show you on. So this is one of the estate owner's quilts that she made. And all of the applique on here is felted wool. So you can see how you can use little pieces. You only need like a 2-inch square for a lot of these types of pieces on here for the little flowers and
so for the big flower basket, you would buy a large to make the basket.
What?
Yeah, large.
Yeah, you would need a larger piece for like
Right.
the baskets.
But
and the
that would be medium,
containers.
medium, medium. But the flowers and leaves and stuff
Yeah,
are
all
small
little
or
pieces.
Scooby snack sizes,
Yeah.
I call them.
Yeah. So this bag would be the little pieces that you would use for flowers, leaves, stuff like that. So $2 start on these little scrap bags that weigh 2 ounces. And felted wool is really light weight. So you're actually getting a lot of pieces in this. Oh, it's actually 3 ounces.
No, it's
3
2
ounces.
ounces.
You did them as 2?
Yeah.
Oh, it should be 3. My listing says 3.
Uh-oh. All right, don't do smalls.
Okay, don't do
Give me all the
smalls. We'll remeasure some.
Give me all the smalls.
Sorry, that's my bad. I probably
You
told you
told
2
me.
ounces, huh?
Yes, you did.
All right, we'll do mediums because I know those are right. Oh, but here's a small that I made that you weren't there for, and it's 3 ounces. Okay, here's one small one that I made that's 3 ounces. Okay, so here's all your pieces in there. So this is a small 3 ounces, $2 start felted wool scraps. Some of these are, decent sized piece. That's a big square. And then you've got some smaller ones in there. Lots of variety of colors, a little bit of red, some blue, some green, some yellows. And that is going to the road Druid. Thank you. And we'll combine some of those other bags and make them a little bit heavier so we can sell those. All right, so she's getting that small bag. And then I'll run some mediums.
Okay.
Take that.
Thank you, Rogue Druid.
All right, so the medium bags weigh 4 to 5 ounces, and they're going to mostly have, medium-sized pieces in them, which are pretty generous usually. So, I mean, just to give you an idea, this piece is about 8 inches by 7 inches. So, and then there's going to be some that are like this one's even bigger. That one is 17 by 8.5. Okay, so you just get a nice little bundle of pieces in these medium bags that weigh 4 to 5 ounces. Here we go. That's running. So we've got some pretty blue, that really cool one, some nice herringbone, a big piece of that, and a different color, and you get that whole bundle. Cindy is taking that.
Cindy, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, here's another one. All right, this one, oh, you grabbed some pieces that aren't felted.
I did.
That's not felted.
Well, then don't sell that.
All right, so that one we can't sell. There were some, oh, this isn't felted.
Oh.
Sorry, hang on. Let me combine this into one. See what you do when you leave someone unsupervised? No. All right, this is 4.8 ounces.
See what happens when you give the wrong
So
instruction.
here we go. Well, I didn't know there were pieces in there that weren't felted. So I just told you make them. I didn't know there were some that weren't felted yet. Okay. So here we go. This one
Sorry,
is a
Chief.
medium bag.
Please don't whip me.
So if you accidentally get a piece that's not felted, don't hate us. Because Bert put these together and I can tell by feel and look, he may not have known. So Cindy is getting that. Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy, bro.
I'll feel these all.
She'll make sure that it's felt.
Yeah, that one's not felted. Okay, so let's see. Let me weigh this bundle. This one's actually a little bit heavy, 5.4, because I grabbed a few pieces out. So we've got that one, a couple of those, big orange. This is pretty. That one, oh, actually, that is not even wool. Let me feel it. Oh, no, it is. It is. It's just really soft. It's a really soft one. Okay, and it has been felted. Okay, so there's a bundle.
I'm not that dumb.
Well, for a minute it felt like fleece.
Oh.
But it's just a really soft wool, so it's kind of, the felting made it pretty soft. So yeah, all those pieces. in there. And they are, some of them are pretty scrappy because she upcycled wool.
Cindy Bro.
So, you'll find pieces that came off of a jacket or a blanket or because she cut them up and felted them and dyed some of them and did all kinds of stuff with them. All right. I don't know, those of you that have gotten the felted wool before, are you pleased with what you've gotten? Tell us in chat.
The hearts would say so.
So here's another one. These are definitely all felted, nice pieces. This is a medium bag. Here we go. So Cindy says, yes, she's loved them all. Okay, good. So that is running. And that's going to
Cindy
Cindy.
Bro.
All right. Should we do a large bag?
Yep, but you better check it.
Okay. Let me just see if this one has not been. Okay. Well, I didn't know there were some that were not felted. It mixed in. You didn't pull out of that bin that had the green lid, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that one is unfelted wool for sure. All right. So this is a large bag.
Really
they weigh about 8 ounces. That's actually kind of heavy. So what did you weigh these as?
8 ounces.
8 ounces.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Give people more than what they pay
All right.
for. That's
So
fine.
here we go. This one actually is coming in about 10 ounces. So big piece of orange, that green blue color, some red plaid, and then this really cool textured one. So this is a large bag of felted wool pieces, 8 ounces at least. And this one's coming in more like 9. So we get some nice big ones there. That's a pretty orange.
Cindy Bro.
And it's not done yet.
Oh,
Still
Cindy
going.
Bro didn't take that.
Lolly is
Cindy
Thank
one.
you, Lolly.
My
Sorry
screen
for the
it looks like she would have gotten that.
plastic noise.
Thanks, Lolly. Lolly, lolly, lollipop. Bum.
Okay, a second. I have to feel these. All right, this one is actually going to be 11 ounces.
11 ounces.
So beautiful black. This pretty houndstooth and a little bit darker orange, I think, than that other one was. All right, here we go. Large pieces of felted wool. We're going to go back to that. We had a request for the felted wool, so we're running some of that. Cindy is taking that bundle. Thank you. All right, let's go back to some of the fabrics here. And then we'll come back and do some more wool in a little bit. I, have to keep it mixed up. All right, let's do, I'm just grabbing a piece off the shelf. This one has some cuts out of it. We'll measure from there. This one is a yard.
We'll come back to some small pieces of wool in a sec.
This one is a yard and 26 inches before the cutouts. So you're actually getting extra fabric there. And this one is marked Marcus Brothers. It's an old one. Look at that old selvage on there. This is really pretty. There's your design. It's kind of a corally brown tan. combo with that neat design. So yard and 26 inches full width, and then some extra where there's been some cutouts. Here we go. I'm just selling the whole piece on this one. I'm going to do an $8 start. There we go. So beautiful Marcus Brothers. You get the whole piece, yard and 26 inches plus some extra.
No takers on that.
All right, no one on that one. And tell me if you want that to run, if you want me to do half yards, I'm happy to do half yards if you don't want, a huge piece. That one just had cutouts, so I thought, let's do it the whole piece. So I can cut a half yard out of that for sure. All right, let's do, this one is a yard. That's your design. This one is Judy Rothermel Old Sturbridge Village Collection. And let's do 2 half-yard runs of this one, and I'll cut it. If the same person gets both, you get the complete yard. So here is the first half yard of this Judy Rothermel. That's running. And it's like a light creamy background with dark greens and golds in the pattern. So what Jen is taking the first half of that. Here is the second half running. Second half running. Judy Rothermel Old Sturbridge Village Collection. Out of print, Judy Rothermel going to sew it. Jen. She gets the whole piece. Thank you. That's a nice piece.
Thank you, Jen.
Oh, let's run a giveaway, by the way. This is a everybody gets to get in giveaway, and I've got these cute little fabric sample swatches. So you get this pretty one. And they're like little, they were samples that salesmen would bring in to the fabric store, because she worked in a fabric store for years. And there might be some little paper on the back because they were attached to little sample books. So you can just peel that off. But you're getting this gorgeous little piece. And then this one is like a Damsk. Isn't that gorgeous? So you get those two. Everybody get in for free little fabric swatches that are super pretty. Set of 2. They look nice together. And that's running. Okay. How about this piece is a yard and 20 inches. Let's sell a half yard and then the rest. So the first half yard of this one, this is Charleston, Judy Rothermel Marcus Brothers, 1850, 1865. This is so pretty. Look at that. It's kind of like a darker tan with the little corally pink sprigs in the pattern. All right, here we go. First half yard is running, and then the rest of the piece, and if you get them both, you'll get it all. So this is for a half yard of that Judy Rothermel. And then the second piece will be, well, if it's a yard and 20 inches,
Cindy.
the second piece is going to be a yard, right? So this, thank you, Cindy. So the rest of it is a yard and a few extra inches, right? Does that make sense? Let me just make sure I'm talking. No, this is not right. Why does it say that? Maybe we cut some of this off. Yard plus. Oh, I get it. I wrote 1 yard plus, so there's a few extra inches. So we're just going to cut this in half. So you're going to get a half yard with about 2 extra inches on it, because I'm going to cut the piece in half. So the first half is already sold. Here is the second half of this piece. So it was just a generous yard. Sorry, it helps to know what I wrote, huh? And Cindy is in and gets
Cindy bro.
both pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get that whole generous yard of beautiful Judy.
Thanks, Cindy.
Okay. All right, this one is another Judy Rothermill. This one is textiles inspired by the old Sturbridge Village Collection 3 or Marcus Brothers. And I've got a full yard of this one. We'll do the same thing. Halvesies. And then if you get them both, you get the full piece. Here's the first half of that one running. And it's a nice darker cream, almost yellow with these little kind of butterfly looking in pink, kind of a corally pink.
Christine Hobb.
Christine, thank you for your first purchase. Here is the other half of that piece running. Everyone getting that giveaway for some free little fabric swatches that are running.
Not running.
Not running. Okay. Trying again. Is it running now? There we go.
Yeah.
All right. This is for the other half of this piece. So if you buy both sides, you'll get a continuous yard. Otherwise, you'll get a half yard. Flora is in for the other half of that. Beautiful Judy Rothermill. Thank you. All right, this one looks like a Joe Morton. Let me check. No, it's a Marcus Brothers. Rocky Mountain Quilts 2 by Judy Rothermill and the Rocky Mountain Quilt Museum. And I have a yard and a quarter of this, but I'm going to sell it in 2 pieces. So you're going to get 23 inches. So a little bit more than a, so you get like a 5/8 size piece. Here's the first half of this running 23 inches. We're getting a winner.
The winner is the Rogue
The
Druid.
Rogue Druid. Congrats. And Flora is getting the first half of this. The Rogue Druid is getting this little set of fabric samples that are super pretty. Congrats. The second half of this, 23 inches, is running. Second half of this piece running. And it's a Judy Rothermill Marcus Brothers. And the
Flora
piece is going to Flora. Congrats. It's a nice piece coming your way. There we go. All right, this piece is Wyndham Fabric Civil War II. It's a kind of a gray blue, more gray than blue though, but it does have a tint, kind of blue tint to it. And it is a full yard of Wyndham. Let's run this one as the full piece. So you get the full yard, Wyndham. There we go. So nice blue gray with those kind of little wheat shaft. And you're getting the full yard. Marked Wyndham Fabric Civil War II. Cindy is taking that.
Cindy Bro.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy.
All right, this one is a Ben Artex Remember When by Kay England for Ben Artex. This is so pretty. That is gorgeous. And this one I have a yard and a half. So let's run it 3 times for half yards on this one. Remember When by Kay England for Ben Artex. First half yard. There we go. First half yard is running of that one. That's gorgeous. Rogue Druid is in for the first half.
Rogue Druid.
Here is the next half. We can run it 3 times. If you get all 3 or 2, you'll get yard or full yard and a half. It's, I would say on that one, I mean, look at my finger. So, like about an inch.
Rogue Druid.
Yeah. Thank you. And here's the last half yard of that. So yeah, the leaves are about an inch long. And Cindy is going to get the last piece of that. Thank you. All right, this one I have a yard and a half of. Let me see what this, who this is by. This is a Maywood Studio 1861 Gloria by Bonnie Sullivan. Let's do 2 pieces on this one. It's a yard and a half. But instead of cutting it into 3, because it would be a really tight half yard, let's do 2 pieces that are going to be 27.5 inches. So beautiful Maywood Studio 1861, kind of a blue teal, kind of a leans a little bit teal, but it's a nice blue with that neat star stripe design, and that design runs parallel with the selvage. So you're getting 27 inches. So 3/4 of a yard, maybe a little bit extra on that. And here we go. That's running. So beautiful Maywood Studio, Civil War 1861 by Bonnie Sullivan. And so it's taking the first 3/4 piece. Here is the second 3/4 piece running. So again, 3/4 of a yard. If you get it all, you get the whole piece. Otherwise, we'll cut it in half. And Christine is taking the second half of that one. Thank you. All right, this is pretty. This is one of those tiny little prints that everybody loves. This is a Marcus Fabrics, Judy Rothermel from, it says 19th century backgrounds. And it's a off-white cream color with these tiny little black and red sprigs.
No.
All right. So, and I've got a 4 yard of this. We'll cut it in half. So here's the first half running, or we won't cut it in half if you get both halves. So Judy Rothermel, 19th century backgrounds, tiny little micro print, red and black on off-white cream. Christine is getting that. Here's the second half of that piece running. So half yard. And if you get both half yards, you get the whole piece. And so what Jen is getting the second half of that.
So what?
Thank you.
Thanks, so what, Jen?
All right, this looks like a Kansas Trouble, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, Quilt Connection by Kansas Trouble Quilters for Moda. And this piece is let's see, a yard and 21 inches. So let's just do the I don't know. Do you guys want 3 half yards of this, or should we sell? What do you think? It's a nice little botanical, and the little floral things are slightly purple, and then you've got little red dark red dots on there. Sell the whole piece. Okay. So I'm going to run it for 10. You get the whole piece, 1.5 yards. Does that sound fair? Because I was going to run it 0.5 yards. Let's do 10 for the whole piece. So Kansas Trouble, Quilt Connection, Vermoda. It's definitely an older line. Look at that older selvage. And Cindy is going to take the whole piece. Thank you. I'm always happy with that. I don't have to cut it. Somewhere there's, let me find the tape on that before you put it in your bin and take it off. I'm obsessive with not leaving tape on things. All right, this is beautiful. It leans more white. Let me compare white to it.
Play that funky music, white boy.
So just barely off white.
Play that funky music.
Don't you think?
White.
So it's pretty little dark red sprigs and lines.
Thanks, Cindy, bro.
And this one I have a full yard of, and this one is marked Troy Corporation, Riverwoods Collection, Summer's Retreat by Shar Hopeman. Bannets. So it's not really necessarily intended, but it fits in very nicely with all these Civil Wars. Let's run the whole yard. Troy Corporation, they do it under, actually, I don't know if they're still in production, but this is a whole yard from that. It's super pretty. And I'm going to start it for 6. You get the whole piece. That is a pretty little print, isn't it? You're getting a full yard with that one. And Kristen is taking that piece. Thank you. Nice yard.
Thank you, Kristen.
Oh, we had some of this last week and I found another piece. It's a yard and it has that little print that we were deciding, is it a thumbtack or a mushroom? And it's kind of an off-white cream. And I believe this one was done by Wyndham. Yeah, it's by Wyndham. It's a Nancy Gear Devon shirtings. So it's a shirting reproduction print. And I've got a full yard. So let's run 2 halves of this one. So here is the first half. It's a fun little print. First half of that running. And then we'll run the second half. If you get them both, you get the whole yard. One of the shirting prints. Mushrooms or thumbtacks, you decide. It's a cool little print. She is getting the first half of that. Thank you for your first purchase. And here is the second half of that piece running. Nancy Gear Wyndham Devon shirtings. Cream with the little black mushroom or thumbtack print. No one wants the second half of that? Okay. Let me know if you missed it and you want me to rerun it. So I have a 0.5 yard left still of that. All right. All right. Let's see. This one is Gladiola by Maywood Studio. Not necessarily a Civil War print, but in the same era when all those were being produced. It's just a beautiful floral on a marbled background. This one's a little bit larger scale floral. Let me get my tape measure. So the little floral sprigs are about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. But then they're all connected, so it's kind of a connected print. Full yard. Let's run the full yard on this one. That is running. Full yard, Maywood Studio, Gladiola is what this is called. Very pretty. You're getting the full yard going. Now. Thank you. Nice piece coming your way.
Thanks, Nana 5.
Actually has quite a bit of color in there. That's really pretty. All right, let's do I kind of want to run these together. But tell me if you don't want them run together. I just think because they're the same fabric in two different colorways, it would be fun to have them both. These are 1 yard cuts. They are by Moda, and it is called
Thanks, Tracy.
Circa 1934. So these are reproductions from the 30s by Cosmo Cricket for Moda. And there's the red, cute checks, and then the green, light green. So it's a red, definitely a red. Let me put the light up against there. So definitely a red. And let me put my little color wheel here. So yeah, there's your red. And does anyone want the red only or the green only? Should we run them separate? What do you guys think? I don't know. Let's just run them separate. So this is a full yard Cosmo Cricket. It's a 30s repro. And here's the first
She
one.
wants you to run them together. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that before I started it. So here's just the red yard. Cute repro 30s. And Cindy that one.
That.
And then here's the same design in the green. And it's a nice lighter green.
Thanks, Cindy, bro.
See the color on that's kind of lean sage, I would say. Yard. Here we go. Cosmo Cricket Moda Repro 30s. Little square check. Kind of has wavy lines in there. It's cute. Thank you for your bids. And that one is going to Cindy. Congrats.
Thanks, Cindy.
Speaking of retro, this was a little piece I pulled out. This is a little retro print by Judy Rothermel for Marcus Brothers. And it has these cute little pink gifts and little bows. And this is a pre-cut half yard. It's right at 18 inches. So cute. Judy Rothermel half yard repro print. And running. It's a cream color background with little pink birthday gifts with little blue ribbons. It's super cute. Cindy has taken that one.
Takes that.
Fun little design. All right, and then this is a vintage repro.
Thanks, Cindy.
That is from that textile arts and films ink. It has that little mark on there. You guys have seen this, right? It's one of those tiny little prints that has little bicycles and kites and what are these other little flower baskets, balls. So it's like little kids toys, and it's just a tiny print. It would be cute on if you do little hexies with this. And this one is a pre-cut half yard as well. Light blue with the little tiny print toys. So if someone wants that piece, pre-cut half yard, that's running. Light blue with the tiny little print. It's super sweet. Vintage going to Kristen.
Grabs that.
Thank you. That's a cute piece. All right, let's run.
Thanks, Kristen.
We've had a few new buyers come in. Let's run a buyer giveaway.
And we did have a request earlier for small pieces of wool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can run some more. All right, so this is a buyer giveaway. So everyone that's made a purchase so far, get in. And I have
Thanks, Tracy.
some fat quarters you can pick from. So blue plaid, this really nice Civil War shirting type, this pretty green Civil War era, that pretty one, and that one that has little star sprigs. So everyone get in that giveaway. We'll draw it pretty quick. And you get to pick a fat quarter.
And then she would like some reds.
Okay.
So
there's a red right
small
there.
wools and then some reds.
Okay. So everybody in that made a purchase so far, all of our buyers, this is a buyer giveaway. So everyone that made a purchase, get in. And we're going to draw in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Who gets to pick a fat quarter? Kristen, congrats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Which
Green
one would
in the
you like?
middle.
The green in the middle. That one's so pretty, isn't it? That's coming your way.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do, what was the first request? The small wool?
Small wool.
All right, small wool bag. Where did you put the ones that
I handed you the box.
Oh, that's right.
We have small wool and then we got Scooby Snack small.
All right, this is small. And see how your pieces are just, all kinds of chunks. We've got some reds, some greens, some yellows, some blacks, some tans. So just a nice variety in there. So let's get that running. This is a 3-ounce bag of felted wool pieces, scraps. Here we go. That's running. That's a lot of scraps. So you get a nice bundle there. Thank you for your bids. And Cindy is taking that one. Let's try another one. Small. Okay, there's some houndstooths in there that are pretty. Some red, some black. I see some funny green colors and some browns. So get a nice variety in this one. Here we go. 3-ounce wool, felted wool scraps. Small pieces. And that's going to Tracy.
Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thanks, Trace.
Let's see. There's one of the ones that Bert called Scooby Snack because these are, it's still 3 ounces, or is it 2 ounces?
So those are just 2 ounces.
These are just 2 ounces.
And
they're
a lot of that fabric.
Just a ton of variety, but small pieces. So these are the ones you're going to make little tiny leaves and flowers and things out of. So we'll run this just as a, let's see. Well, I'm going to run it under this as well. $2 start. You just get the whole thing. I do have wool yardage, but it's not felted. So I have some wool that is just regular unfelted. If you want me to pull that out, we can. Tracy is getting that little bag.
Thanks, Trace.
Scooby Snacks stuff. And here's another one like that. So it's all kinds of little scraps, and these weigh 2 ounces, even though the listing says 3. These are Scooby Snack ones, but my weight on this is the same.
Cindy Bro said yes, please.
All right, so it's in that bin that's in the room that has the green folding lid.
Okay.
And this Scooby Snack bag is going to Cindy. Congrats.
Okay.
Bert will go get that while I run some reds. Let me find some reds. This one. All right, this one is, let me get my color wheel again. Where did I put it? That's my problem with using that little color wheel. I always set it somewhere and then misplace it. Where did I go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so red. This one, see the red color in there? So it kind of leans a little bit brick red. And this piece is marked Joe Morton for Andover 2010. And it is a pre-cut 19-inch half yard. So beautiful Joe Morton Andover half yard is running. That is a pretty pattern with the little micro dots and dots. Cindy is taking that pretty piece. Do I have any with Civil War soldiers? You know what? We had some, and I think all that kind of stuff sold a long time ago. I don't think I have any more that are prints with the soldiers on them. There might be some in some of the kits that I have, but I haven't gone through all the kits yet. So, all right, and then Cindy got this piece. All right, let me put that in your bin. All right. All right, here is a red. This one also looks Joe Morton to me, but might not be. Yeah, it's a Joe Morton Andover from 2012. That little chain design. Here's your color. Pre-cut half yard also on this one. That's running. So Joe Morton half yard is running. And Cindy is taking that one.
Thank you, Cindy.
All right, this one is a yard of fabric. Let's see, it's a generous yard. So if we cut it in half, you'll be getting about 20 inches. And this one is marked Civil War. Oh, hang on. Civil War Ladies by Pat Nichols, 2010 RJR. So it's an RJR print, and the stripe pattern runs parallel with the selvage. Actually, you know what? This one, let's run the full piece. Full piece. So full yard running on this one. There we go. You get the whole thing. Full yard. RJR from 2010, Pat Nichols, Civil War Ladies. And it's kind of a brick red. And that's going to Tracy. Thank you. That whole piece coming your way.
Thank you, Tracy.
Let's see, what else do I have in reds? This one's got a lot of red in it. And it is marked Kansas Trouble. No, not marked Kansas Trouble. Cashmere by Sentimental Studios for Moda. It's a larger scale paisley with reds. That is so pretty. But the paisleys on this are about 8 inches long. So 8-inch long paisleys. It's a full yard. Let's run the full yard because it's a larger scale print. And here we go. Cashmere, Sentimental Studios, Moda, reds and browns. This is gorgeous. You get the whole piece. Full yard. Moda going to the road. Druid. Good gift. That's so pretty. Here you go.
Thank you, Druid.
All right. I have this one in the buy it now. And let me show you this one. It's a small scale print. It is Wyndham Presents Garibaldi print circa 1870. Let me pull that one up. And you can get half yards of this one. I'm flash selling it for $4.50. So you can get half yards of this. And if you grab multiples, you'll get yardage, more than a yard. So
Next turning leaf.
Garibaldi
Thanks,
Wyndham.
Cindy.
It's a black background, little red
Thanks, Cindy.
tone, red and cream floral. Thank you for your purchases on that. And thank you. All right. Anyone need more of that? I have one left. I can run the flash sale one more time if you want the last half yard. I have 2 pieces, so we can do another if someone wants that last half yard. Okay, here we go. Last half. Oh, she grabbed it. Sorry. All right. How many did we sell of that? Let me look, because I might have more because there were 2 pieces. So sold tell me we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sold. So let me measure this and see if I can run some more of it. So I think we can. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got enough on this piece alone to fill those. So just know that if you bought a half yard off of that first piece out of the buy it now and you buy more, I might not be able to keep them connected if you were the last one to buy. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so let's see how much is on this piece. We've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 yards of this. Let's sell it by the yard, one at a time for 3 yards. That way everyone that wants at least a yard can get it. So here is the first yard running of that for 8. So first yard running Wyndham, Garibaldi, circa 1870. Cindy's taking a yard. Here is another yard of that running. Thank you for your bids. Turning leaf is getting a yard. Last yard is running. As soon as I can get this to do it. All right, last yard running now. So Garibaldi, Wyndham, circa 1870. And Cindy will get 2 of the yards off that, and then turning will get the other yard off this piece. And then we'll fulfill the buy it now orders off that other piece. So you'll get, so this one put that sticker on, and then this piece put buy it now on it for me.
Okay.
We'll match it up.
All right.
And again, it will be continuous as long as I can. There was an odd number, so the last person to buy this will get the half yard off this piece if it wasn't a continuous. Okay. Let's see, what else do I have in kind of red colors? We don't have to keep doing red, but might as well do some of this stuff. This one's more coral pink colors. Tiny little print on there with that tiny print in the background. And this one is marked Wyndham Fabrics presents Colonies, Salmon and Chocolate, 1870.
Salmon dipped chocolate.
And I have available on this piece 3 yards. Let's see, 1, 2, and let me just double check. Yeah, there's 3 yards available. So let's run this one by the yard as well. First yard is running of that. Wyndham, kind of a corally pink color with a little black sprig print. Cindy is taking a yard. Anyone else want a yard of this? Or if you want
Cindy,
two, running again. Full yard Wyndham, salmon and chocolate from 1870. Well, it's not from 1870. It's a repro of an 1870. That sounds better. Cindy's taking a second yard. And here is the last yard of that piece, if someone wants it, or if she wants all three. Wyndham. All right, looks like we'll hang on to a yard of that for now. Okay.
I smell salmon and chocolate.
All right, let's move to a different color here. This is a pre-cut half, tiny little kind of shirting type print. This one is Companions by Marcia McClosely for Clothworks. And it's kind of an off-white cream with that tiny little pattern. Looks great with all the Civil War stuff. Pre-cut half yard. And here we go. That one is running Clothworks. Boom. Here we go. And I would say this runs dark, dark brown. It's not black. That little sprig thing is a dark brown. No takers on that half yard. Let's see, what else do I have? Pre-cut half yard. This one is pre-cut half yard marked Winter Silhouette by RJR Fabrics for the Quilters by the Quilters. Just a really pretty tonal floral. The flowers on this are about 1.5 inches big. So pre-cut half yard, here we go. RJR. Winter Silhouette. I think those are poinsettias. That's why it's a winter
Do you
silhouette.
ever get velvet or velveteen?
I have some velvet squares. Let me show you what
I'm
the
so
roller
good.
takes that a pretty half yard. I do get velvets a lot in our Friday shows, but I happen to have these fun little packets that were in her stuff that are 100% cotton velvet fat quarters that measure, they're actually a little bit bigger, 18, oh no, same size, 18 by 22. And I have 2 in black and 2 in navy. So 100% cotton, they're in these little packages. So it says on there 100% cotton black. So you get 2 of those. Let me just weigh this. And it's, you can tell it's high quality velvet. It's got a thick feel to it. All right, this weighs 6 ounces. You get 2 pieces that are 18 by 22 black velvet. And let's just do this for $4 start. You get them both. 100% cotton black velvet in a little packet. You get 2 pieces. These are awesome to applique with too. You can mix it with the wool. And Cindy's taking those. And then here's the 2 pieces that are in navy. It says navy on there. And there's 2 pieces. Let me just double. Yeah, they're both navy. So navy, dark navy blue.
Nice.
100% cotton velvet. That's right. These would have been something sold in like a store that sold stuff to make miniatures or dolls or things out of. So you just got a nice little swatch. Cindy's taking those. That's all I have of velvet today, those pieces. All right, let's do some bundles. These are quarter yard bundles. So the pieces are a quarter of a yard, and I just put them into some little bundles where you get multiple pieces that equal, when you add it all up on most of these, a yard of fabric. So let me see where I'm at with this. This one's folded different, but these are all quarter yards. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's pretty. 4 quarter yards. That's running. That is so pretty. All of those are gorgeous. I love that one. So 4 quarter yard pieces going to Cindy.
Cindy bro.
Okay, here is
Bro.
another set of quarter yards. Did we just get a raid? Kinetic Lace just raided us. Thank you so much,
Kinetic
Kinetic.
Lace.
Nancy just raided us. Let me pull up her profile and share it. And let's get a giveaway started. She is a beautiful person, lovely seller, always has amazing items. Make sure you're following her. She has lots of satin and other types of fabrics in addition to beautiful quilting cottons. So hit her up if you need, some of the bougie types of fabrics that are not quilting cottons. So here is Nancy's profile, Kinetic Lace. And I didn't get that giveaway started yet. Here it is. All right, that's running. And you get this little set of fabric sample swatches. Those are super pretty. They're little like 8-inch squares that came from a salesman rep who would come and drop off samples at the quilt shop. So Kinetic's next show is on the 17th. She's doing cotton florals, half yards. And then on the 19th, she's doing a textile variety show, apparel and other stuff. So make sure you have those shows bookmarked. Thank you so much. And that giveaway is running. Everyone get in and we're going to run this fat quarter bundle. Not fat quarter bundle, sorry. Not fats. Quarter yard bundle. You get 4 pieces, so you're getting more than a yard of fabric because some of these are a little bit wider than a quarter yard, like maybe 10 or 11 inches. So you're getting a nice variety of quarter yard pieces going to So What Jen. Thank you. So What Jen's taking that bundle.
Jen.
This one has some purple in it. Those of you looking for purples. All right, this one is a beautiful plum purple color. This one has the little purple sprigs. You've got this pretty lattice, and then this one that's got greens and red little tiny prints. So 4 pieces that are quarter yard, little prints. There we go. That's running. 4 quarter yard pieces. And again, sometimes they're a little bit bigger than a quarter of a yard. So those are going to Prism House. Thank you for your first purchase. Everyone getting that giveaway that's running for this pretty little set of salesman rep sample pieces that are so pretty.
Welcome to the club.
And welcome. House. Okay, here is, let's see. Oh, that one doesn't have 4 pieces. I'll have to add something else to it. That one and I don't like those. Maybe that one. Okay, so this one's folded different, but it's a quarter yard. And we've got, all right, so we've got that beautiful piece. That one is a Judy, I think. Yeah, that's a Judy Rothermel. And I don't know if that one is. That one I think is too, maybe. And then you've got this piece, and then this deep red one with the little stars on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces that are at least a quarter yard. That's running. That paisley Judy Rothermel is gorgeous. That one, that neat design, and this red with the stars. And that's going to Christine Hobb. Congrats.
Christine Hobb. Thank you, Christine.
All right. This is a set of 6 quarter yards. I didn't want to separate them. I found them together. And I think they're all from the same collection by I think these are Joe Morton's. Let me look again. I forgot. Yeah, these are Joe Morton Andovers. Look at this collection. You're getting 6/4 yards. You got the paisley kind of floral and then these beautiful check plaids. Gorgeous. And these two are the same print in 2 colorways. That one's slightly different. And then you get those 3 checks in the 3 colors. This is a nice set. And I'm going to run this for 8. Start. You get it all. Joe Morton Andovers. Look at those pretties. 1/4 yard, 6 of them. Nobody else wants these? Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Some bids in there. I'm like, this is a gorgeous set. Cindy's getting that. That is a really pretty set. Congrats. Look how pretty that is together.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Cindy.
Sorry, I get obsessive sometimes. Sometimes I do. All right, this is a dark, so blacks and kind of some caramel color, honey colors in there. So darks, set of 4 pieces that are 1/4 yards. This is a nice set if you need some darks. Those are really pretty. 4 pieces, 1/4 yards. Going to So Wet Jen.
So what, Jen? And the giveaway winner
Who's
is
the giveaway winner?
Sun
Ray. You're getting these 2 little fabric sample pieces that look so pretty together. Those are gorgeous. Congrats and welcome. Thanks for being here. All right, here is another 1/4 yard bundle.
Congrats,
This
Sun
has
Ray.
some light purples in it. Look at this pretty print. And then you've got this purple star. It's like a lilac color. That's got some purples in it. And that's beautiful. Those 4 1/4 yard pieces. Here we go. That's running. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces that are a 1/4 yard each. Gorgeous prints. Civil War style. Prism is taking that. Thank you.
Thank you, Prism.
All right, here is another bundle. This first one is Hampton Ridge by Paula Barnes for Marcus. And then I don't know the other ones necessarily, but you don't always get a marked selvage on a 1/4 yard, but sometimes you get lucky. All right, Marcus Brothers. I love that one. This is a beautiful red. Then you got this little shirting print. And then this one's a nice little dot. So you're getting those 4 1/4 yard pieces. Here we go. And they're at least a 1/4 yard. Some of them are bigger. You can see they vary in width, but they're at least a 1/4 yard. So you're getting a full yard of fabric in 1/4 yards. Thank you, Nana. All right. She loved 1/4 yards. I think because they were narrow strips, it was easier to pre-cut things out of a 1/4 yard versus a fat 1/4. She did a lot of small pieced quilts. All right, this is a beautiful bundle with the reds, greens, and tans. That piece and that piece are the same print in 2 colorways. This little sprig and then that one. So you get all 4 of those. Could be kind of Civil War Christmassy or just that era. They're super pretty. So you get 1, 2, 3. I think these are all from the same line. Probably. They kind of give me that vibe. And Nana is taking that.
Thank you, Nana.
All right. Are we sick of 1/4 yards? Should we switch to something else? How about some wovens? I have some beautiful wovens. And let's do this gorgeous piece. Let's see. This one looks like it might be a yard. Woven plaid. Like a deep burgundy brick red with that goldenrod color. It's a full yard. Wovens are always hard to get to line up straight. Anyway, that one is so pretty. So full yard woven. Someone wants that pretty piece. Is running. And this one has, it's not as rustic as a homespun, but it is still kind of a more primitive feel than
Cindy
than
Pro
like
takes
a
that.
smoother one. So that one's coming to Cindy. That's a really pretty piece.
Thank you, Cindy Bro.
All right, this is a scrappy strip set of this pretty green woven plaid. I think, or maybe, let's see. Yeah, it's two pieces that are 8-inch strips with the fabric. So you're getting 16 inches with the fabric in two separate pieces. So let's run those. These are woven cotton. That's right. Someone wants those. It's a really pretty green. Two 8-inch width of fabric strips. No one needs those. Okay. And let's see. The other one I grabbed, this is a yard and 16 inches plus an 8-inch tail. And it is a beautiful red, green, tan woven plaid. Big piece. So I'm going to run the whole piece on this one. It is going to charge you the full weight if you haven't already met your weight. All right, so yard and 16 inches plus an 8-inch tail. So there's an extra piece on there. This beautiful woven red, green, beige plaid. Yard 16 plus a tail. Nana is taking that.
Thank you, Nana.
Thank you. All right, I love this print. This is a 2-yard piece. Has the little stars. It kind of leans khaki color. I don't know if the color wheel is going to do us any good on this, but it leans khaki. So you can see it's kind of a little bit green, tan. It would look really good with some of those prints that are military type. And it is a 2-yard cut marked down Meadow Lane by Whimsicals for Four Corners, A.E. Nathan. She had it with her Civil War stuff. I love this piece. 2 yards of that. Let's run it by the yard. So we're going to do a yard at a time. And here is the first yard. A.E. Nathan. Neat star print. If someone wants the first yard of that. Tan khaki star print. So what Jen's taking the first yard, here is the second yard of that running. Second yard running A.E. Nathan. And it looks like So What is going to take the full piece. 2 yards coming your way. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
Nice piece. All right, let's do this pretty brown. It's like a dark chocolate brown, like a rich dark chocolate brown. I have 2 yards of this one. This one is marked Wyndham Fabrics presents Fredericksburg 1895 by Nancy Gear. So it's a Nancy Gear Wyndham.
You put it in 5th gear.
And let's do a full yard of that one. We'll run it twice because I have 2 yards. So that really dark brown Nancy Gear Wyndham is running for a full yard. Thank you, Cindy.
Bro.
Here is a second full yard of that running. Nancy Gear Wyndham circa 1895. Dark chocolate brown. No other ones. Okay. All right, let's do.
Thanks, Cindy.
Thank you. I thought this was a pretty piece. This is a popular color right now. That kind of mustardy browns. And this one is Moda Collection for a Cause. And it's a pre-cut 20-inch, so a generous half yard. And it's by that Howard Miller guy. So that's your pattern on there. It runs on the diagonal. So it's one of those diagonal ones. Here is color wheel on that so you can see. So pre-cut 20-inch half yard Moda. That's run. Kind of a mustardy color. I like the diagonal design on that. Someone wants that Moda half yard.
Prism House takes
nagging that. Good get.
Thanks, Prism.
All right, this one is more of an era print, same era as a lot of the Civil Wars, but it's a Kona Bay from 2001. Dee's Selections for Kona Bay, and it's a kind of a marbly ombre, and then it has these little tulip looking sprigs all over it, and it's a pre-cut 20-inch half yard. Kona Bay is beautiful cottons. They were kind of on the skirting edge of, putting out cotton that felt like art galleries. So if you like those smoother cottons, it's a pretty piece. That little sprig, no takers, Kona Bay. All right, let's do this piece. This is a pre-cut half yard. And it is Buggy Barn Henry Glass. Just a fun little pattern on there with the little flowers and then kind of a marbly background.
Yeah, can you run that last one again?
Yeah, the Kona Bay half yard. Yep, here it goes. Kona Bay half yard. It's running. Beautiful, smooth cotton. It's running. Thank you for your bids. And Christine is taking that pretty piece.
Takes that. Thank you, Christine.
All right, this Henry Glass half yard is really pretty, and that one is running. Older salvage Henry Glass Buggy Barn, same era as all the Civil War stuff. It's cute. Not necessarily Civil War, but it's a pretty piece.
Prism House
and Prism takes that. Actually, if you had blacks and reds, that would go well. It has that nice little star pattern in the flower. All right. This one is a vintage Cranston. Fiber Mosaics, 4 Quilting Treasures by Cranston, 2002. And it's a pretty vine print. It has that kind of little, oh, we just got a raid. Who just raided?
Let's see.
It is
Ginger
Quilter. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me pull up your profile and we'll get another giveaway running. It's always fun.
Thank you for coming in, everybody.
Thank you so much.
We're running some Civil
Ginger
War stuff.
Quilter. That reminds me. Ginger Quilter, would you be interested in being my partner on a newer seller, seasoned seller raid train in May? Message me if you would, because you're on my list of people I was going to ask. Because it will be okay, message me and you and I can partner on that raid train. I'll give you the details and you can make sure the date works for you. It's going to be fun. We'll do half hour each. And I had you on my list of newer sellers that maybe would want to do that. So just message me right now and then I'll remember to get back to you. All right, here is her profile. She's adorable. And her next show is tomorrow, 7 p.m. And yards, notions, and pre-cuts. And then she's got one on the 16th. And she does the ginger quilter boxes, and I've met you in person. Right? You live here in Utah, am I correct? Tell me if I'm a yes on that. Because I'm pretty sure I met you once. But if I'm wrong, I got the wrong person, let me know. Okay, so this beautiful piece of fabric is Fiber Mosaics Quilting Treasures Cranston 2002. Everybody getting the giveaway
Oh, Susan
that I'm
Mapleton,
gonna
that's
run.
right.
Yes, so I've met you before at Cornwagon. So that will be fun. We can coordinate and do something fun together, and we could even get together in person to coordinate it. So that would be a blast. All right, so let me get this giveaway started here. Everyone get in, and you're going to get these two gorgeous pieces of little quilt shop fabric samples that it would be the sample the salesman would drop off to show them. And this one's like a solid cream, and then this is a gorgeous floral print. So you get those two little samples. Everyone getting that giveaway.
Any
And then
chance of
let's run this yard.
any chance of finding bribe money folded up in the fabric sample?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Awesome.
So vintage Cranston, and it's a full yard. This is super pretty. Nice little vine print with kind of coral color flowers that has that little linen look cross hatching in the background. And that's going to Cindy.
Cindy Bro.
Congrats. That's a cute piece. 2002. Crazy to think that's vintage, right? Makes me feel really old. All right. Let's run this amazing set that I found, you guys. This is so cool. This is by Kathy Schmitz for Moda, and it is from a line that was called Patchwork Garden. Look at this amazing print with the gardening tools and like seed packets, and it has kind of a crackle background. Isn't that beautiful? And it's a nice caramel color, honey color. So pretty. I have a yard of this, and then I have the coordinating fabrics. So I think I want to sell it as a set. There's a full yard of the main print, a full yard of this one in the red, and then there is 2 yards or more. So maybe I'll do a 1 yard bundle and then sell the rest of this one. No, let's sell it all together in case someone wants to do a quilt with it, because you could do a full quilt with this. So this is 2 yards and 14 inches on this piece. So you're going to get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 yards plus an extra little bit from this piece. So it is a 4 yard and some change bundle. And this print has little bees. See the little mosaic with the little bees in it? On both of this print, and this is the same print in a different colorway. And then you get the garden yard. All right, so 4 yard bundle. Let's do it. Here we go. And I'm going to start this one at, let's see, 4 times. Let's do $24 start. You get the whole bundle. This is so pretty.
Not running.
Not running. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. All right, so you get a 2 yards and 14 inches of that one, a yard of this one, and then a yard of this gorgeous garden print. So pretty. And it is Moda, Denise.
Kinetic lace.
Thank you, Kinetic. Patchwork Garden by Kathy Schmitz. That is coming to you. What a fun set, right?
Oh, is only one set? I thought we
Yep.
had 2.
Nope. I did the whole thing. She gets the whole bundle because I decided it would be fun to have the whole thing, not divided up.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
made sense in my mind. Hopefully that was the right decision, and it looks like it was. That's a gorgeous set. All right, thank you, everybody. All right, let's do some of these gingham like wovens or plaid or little checks. I just have a bunch of pieces that we're going to run through really quick. So if you like, the gingham check type vibe, this one is woven and it's a big set of strips that are that light sage green. The strips are about 8.5 inches. Well, one's a little bit more narrow. So this is a scrappy piece. Is it all connected? Oh, you know what? This is a binding piece, probably, or a border piece. It's all one big, huge, long piece. So it's about, about 8 inches wide. And this is like a homespun. Oh, look, there's a seam. I was like, this has to be seamed. So there's a seam right there and right there. And so 8.
Idaho Key gets the giveaway.
Oh, congrats. You get these pretty little samples. Those are coming to you. Gorgeous.
Congrats, Idaho Key.
All right. So 8 by, what's 29 by 4? 3 is about, so it's going to be about 116 inches long by 8 wide. And it is like a homespun sage green. So big piece. I'm just going to run it as a $3 start. You get the whole big piece of that.
Are you in Idaho Key?
So that's running
From Idaho.
homespun gingham 8 by 116 inches. Oh, there's another piece I'm throwing in.
Takes that.
Nana, you get that too. It's the same.
Bonus fry.
All right, let's do this piece. Is that tiny little woven tiny micro houndstooth check, and it is a woven homespun type fabric. It has a fade mark right there. Let's see where that's at in the fabric. That's about, so this is folded in half and it's about 50 inches, and that's in the middle of the second half of the fabric, that fade mark. This is so pretty though, this beautiful woven. Okay, so you get the whole piece, and I'm going to run it cheap because it has that flaw in it. You're getting 50 inches of this by width of fabric woven with that little fade mark in there that was on the fold. So that's running.
Cindy Bro takes that.
Good get. I'll put that out when we send it so you'll see it, so you'll remember that that has that flaw in it. Okay, this is a bunch of gingham pieces that are probably blends. They feel it to me like they're cotton poly blends. They are the woven kind where it's the same on both sides, not screen prints. You get a huge chunk of this red, 2 pieces of this dark brown, and then a little piece of the light green. I'm not even going to measure them. I'm just going to weigh it. They are blends, cotton poly blends. This weighs 13 ounces. If you want this whole bundle, I'm running it for $4, $1 a piece. Blends, brown, dark brown, red, and a little bit of green. Cotton poly blend gingham. Tina's berry is getting that. Congrats.
Welcome to
I'm throwing in this little piece too.
Bonus fry. Bonus.
That I didn't see because it was on the pile. So that's just another piece of red that's hemmed. It looks like it was hemmed around the edges. All right, that's coming to you.
Thank you, Tina.
All right, this is a cotton homespun type gingham. It's a little bit medium check, and it is a width of fabric by about 19 inches. So it's a half yard. So let's run that 1/2 yard woven. Nice blue, medium check. That's a pretty color. 1/2 yard woven plaid gingham check.
And a
Oh, it's
5.
Nana.
Thanks, that.
Thank you.
You never looked at the wool there.
Oh yeah, we need to pull some of that out. Sorry. All right, this one is a black micro check. It has a little bit of fading. I can see it. Can you guys see that on the fold lines? And this one is a lighter weight. I'm pretty sure it's 100% cotton though. And it's 28 inches. I'm going to run it for $2. You get the whole piece. There's fading on the fold lines. Just slight fading on there. So you're going to want to piece it up into squares or something. Nice little black check woven.
Tina grabs that.
Thank you, Tina. All right, this one, possibly a blend. It's a lightweight. I think it's cotton.
Taste it, taste it.
No, I'm not going to taste it. I think it's
Oh,
cotton.
come on, taste it.
And but it's a really lightweight. And it is, width of fabric on this one is 54. It's a 54 wide, and there's a yard and some change. So a generous 54 wide yard, lightweight, green, woven gingham.
But only
Okay.
verified with 4 of the 5 senses.
I don't see any fading on this one. There we go. So you get that whole piece. It's a yard and about 4 or 5 extra inches, 54 wide, green, lightweight cotton. And
F.
all right, the last piece of these. This one is actually a screen print. Vintage screen print, micro check green. Kind of has that little picnic, and there's no mark on selvage. There's a couple of little marks on here. It's not in great condition. Like, it looks like it's old enough that maybe it got some discoloration. I don't know. We're gonna run it for $1. So see what I mean by, I don't know if you can even see that. Yeah, see that little bit of discoloration there? So it's old. And we're running it for $1 if someone wants this piece. There we go. It is a cute little piece, and it's a screen print. It's cotton. It's vintage, but it's got some discoloration. Tea stain it and make it even look more rustic. Use it for a doll dress.
5.
Nana's got that because it's a nice little check.
Thank you, Nana.
All right, let's look at some of this wool. This wool has not been felted, so it's regular wool, unfelted. This piece is 17 by 58. So it's with the fabric. It's not quite a 1/2 yard. It's got the selvage on there. 17. Oh no, it's a remnant. Selvage on one side, 17 by 58. That doesn't even make sense. That's bigger than that. All right, hang on, let me measure it. It is about 29 by 34. It has the selvage here, but not on the other edge. So 29 by 34. So ignore those previous measurements. I had a sticker on here, but that's not the right size. Okay, so here we go. Remnant of regular wool, not felted. It's a beautiful plaid piece of wool. And it does have the selvage on the one edge. And Cindy's going to take that piece.
Cindy bro.
Who was it that wanted the wool?
Cindy.
Okay. I didn't remember who asked. All right. I haven't marked all these, so be patient. We'll have to run through them and see, what each piece is. This one looks like it's a big long strip with the fabric. It is, 60 wide, unfelted wool, 16-inch width of fabric. Yellow, black. Is that black? I would say it's black and super dark green. See how that's like a dark, dark green? Here we go. So 16 by width of fabric, 60 wide wool. There's enough to make a couple of nice scarves out of.
A kilt.
And that's going to Cindy.
Cindy bro.
Let me see if we have some bigger pieces. Because these are all kind of small strips.
Viper down. Viper down.
Let's see. That one feels velvet. We did sell some of this, so I don't remember what was left. Let me see if this one's been felted. It might not have been. It's huge. I don't know if I want to sell this much. I mean, this is like a blanket's worth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's too big. There's a couple of these lighter weight wools that they're going to have a blend because they've got this gold metallic thread running through the plaid. I've got one in brown, red, plum, wine color, and one in green. Is anyone interested in those pieces? It's going to be a wool blend because it has that metallic that goes through. Let's see, this one is 1 yard, 60 wide. This one is a 36 by 36 square on the red, and the brown is 1 yard. Any interest in these? Yeah, the red one has gold in it. Well, it's more of a red shimmer. See the red shimmer in there? It's not gold, it's red, but it definitely has a little bit of metallic shimmer.
Cocoa Puff.
And this piece is 36 by 36 square.
Shimmy Cocoa Puff. Shimmy pie.
Yeah. No interest in those? Yeah, I don't think you could successfully felt those really well because which one do you want? Let's do this one first. 36 by 36, red, plums, wines, plaid. It's got a little metallic shimmer in this striping. And this piece weighs 9 ounces. So it's a wool blend. And here's your color wheel on there. So it's definitely a deep, burgundy wine, 36 by 36 square wool blend.
Prism House takes that.
Thank you. And then the green is a yard, 60 wide. Yeah, what that says. Yeah, 1 yard, 60 wide of that one. Someone wants that one. Wool blend, and this definitely has the gold shimmer in that plaid stripe. You can see it. That's
Prism House takes that.
And then here's the brown that is also a 1 yard wool blend. Has the.
How does it feel?
It's a lighter weight wool.
It's
not like a thick wool, but it feels nice. It's not. It's not a bad one. It's just not. Excuse me, because it's got that blend in it. You can tell it's got a little bit, and it's a little bit lighter weight wool. It would be a good one for skirts. That definitely, you could make a nice wool skirt out of it. Pant weight, you could make slacks out of it. There's not enough for a pair of slacks, but you know what I mean. Okay. So that piece is running, if someone wants it, 1 yard. Browns with the gold little shimmer plaid in there. Wool blend. And Prism
Prism
taking it.
House. Thank you, Prism.
Thank you. All right, you guys want to see any more of these that are unfelted wool pieces? I've got a couple of smaller ones that I can run as a set. Let me just grab a bundle. So this one, kind of burgundies, looks like it's about a 12. Oh, it's a little bit bigger. So 20 by 18 piece. And then this is just a little scrappy piece of that plaid, unfelted, beautiful blue, big chunks, 2 big chunks of that royal blue, rectangles. And then this is a dark, dark brown, big long strip that's about 6 inch by width of fabric. Let me just weigh this pile. We'll run it as a wool scrap bundle. And then you can experiment with these if you want to felt them. Look it up. It's really not that hard of a process, but it is kind of stinky because the wool, has lanolin in it and it kind of stinks up your laundry room. But this is a bundle, here we go, of pieces of unfelted wool. That's a pretty burgundy plaid, dark, dark brown, a couple of pieces of that royal blue, and then this little plaid piece. Going to Cindy. Thank you, Cindy.
Thanks, Cindy.
All right, let's do some more cotton fabrics that I have pieces of. This one I have a yard, and this one is marked
Thanks for the
Lewis and Irene, threaded with love, flows little flowers. So this one is a little more modern. It's a nice
Hey, Dawn's
cream color with these
D-stash.
tiny
Great.
little, oh, we just got a Ray Dawn's D-stash, thank you. So this is a really pretty yard. Lewis and Irene, let me get a giveaway started and we'll pull up Dawn's profile. So everyone getting this giveaway, I've got another set of little samples. Look at this pretty. And then you get a nice solid taupe kind of woven to go with it. And this yard of Lewis and Irene, yeah, it's a full yard, is running right now. That's a pretty little print. Kind of a taupey cream color with those little flowers. Full yard. Thank you for your bids. That one is going to Nana.
Nana 5.
And let me pull up Dawn's profile and share. Tell us in chat when your next show is. Let me get you pulled up here. Dawn's D-stash, of course, is Dawn, and her next show is the 15th. Sunday Stories. Oh, she's doing books. And then she's got another fabric show on the 19th. So Bin Show D-stash. And Dawn is a quilter, crafter, graphic designer. And here is her profile. So please give her a follow and bookmark those upcoming shows. Thank you. Thank you for the rate. All right, everyone getting that giveaway for this pretty little set of salesman sample swatches. Look at that pretty damn squeeze with the roses. And then you get this nice little linen look, solid to go with it. Okay. Let's find something else to run. This is a pre-cut half yard, and it is Creamery Neutrals by the Buggy Barn for Henry Glass. It's a star print. It's so pretty. Look at these little whimsical swirls and stars on there in a neutral pre-cut half yard Henry Glass. That is running right now. Here we go. Henry Glass. Love the little star print. This will go good with primitive stuff or with Civil War stuff or with
Tina is
patriotic stuff.
very.
Tina is taking that cute piece. Thank you. All right, let's do this print that has stars on it as well. And this one is by Moda. I don't Attic Treasures and Moda. I've got Moda on this side and then Attic something Treasures on this side. And it's just a really cool tan with the olive stars. This would go good with, Army, Navy, Marine, patriotic,
What a
Civil
great
War.
way! What a
And it is
great
a
way to
pre
start.
pre-cut half yard of Moda. Here we go. That's an older one too. That old salvage style. Attic Treasures Moda. That's what it's marked. Pre-cut half
Tina,
yard
grab
going to
that.
Tina. Thank you.
Thanks, Tina.
Coming your way. All right, I love the look of this one. It kind of has that look where it looks like it's lit up. And it is Prairie Grove Peddler Ben Artex. And it is a honey color. And it is right at 18 inches, half yard. And someone wrote something on the selvage right there. So if that bugs you, don't buy it. They were marking it for some reason. It says half yard. Oh, she bought it somewhere. Someone had it on sale, half yard for $8.79. All right, that was an expensive half yard. Here we go. This is pretty. Maybe that's not what that means. Maybe that was something else. But Ben Artex, it looks like it's lit up the way they did that screen print. It's so pretty. Honey color, half yard. And that's going to Prism. Thank you.
Thank you, Prism House.
All right, I haven't pulled out all the batiks yet, but I pulled out a few pieces just to see if everybody's ready for some batiks yet. This is a fat quarter, and it has that amazing print on it. Batik. So if someone wants a fat quarter of batik, this one's cut a little bit weird, but let me make sure it's 19 inches. So even though there's a weird jog on the side, it's a full fat quarter. Batik that's running if someone wants that beautiful batik, honey and blacks with that gorgeous floral design on there. Bella is in for some batik.
Bella
Thank
Latin.
you.
La Bella.
And I just have a little stack here. I didn't even measure the pieces. Let me see if I have one that's a half yard. Looks like maybe these are mostly fat quarters. That's okay. They're pretty. All right. How about this one? Maybe I'll put a couple together. I'll find two that look nice together so you can get two of them. That's gorgeous. Batik. Look at the trees and the hills in that with that print. And then let's run it with this piece. So two fat quarters of batik. Look how pretty. Here we go. So we're going to do a $5 start. Two fat quarters of batik. Gorgeous and way gorgeous with the hills and the trees. Those look super pretty together.
La
And
Bella
Bella is
Latkin
gonna
takes
take those.
that.
I have 2 huge bins full of batiks. So we'll run, I'm going to have a batik show. I've just been kind of waiting because people haven't been into batiks lately. I think it's more of a seasonal thing. What do you guys think? People like batiks more for spring, summer. I don't know. So yeah, that's a gorgeous
Thank you,
set.
Bella.
All right. That was a fun little deviation. Let's run.
Any linen in the near future?
We always have linen pieces in our Friday shows. I don't know of any linen in this stuff that I've found. If I've found any, it was very rare. So thank you for your bin purchase. All right, let's do, oh, did we get a giveaway winner and we missed it? Yes, we did miss it. Who won the giveaway? Let's check. Sorry for missing it, you guys. Let's see.
We had Idahoki last.
It was a Mountain Girl. Congrats, Mountain Girl. You're getting these pretty little salesman sample swatches. That is so pretty. Congrats. And sorry you missed that. All right. How about this Civil War style shirting? This is a Renee Naneman Andover from 2012. And it has these little pins through little folds of fabric print. Super cute. And it is a 20-inch half yard. So here we go. That Andover half yard is running. Andover cottons are one of my favorites. They're beautiful, very nice, substantial, but also soft. So I love Andovers. And that piece is going to Prism. That's a really cool little print, isn't it? Congrats. All right. How about, let's do some fat quarter bundles. So these are going to be 3 fat quarters in a bundle. Some of them are more coordinated, matchy. Some of them are random. Look at this one, that one, and that one. 3 fat quarters in a bundle. And we're going to do a $5 start. Here we go. That's running. 3 fat quarter bundle. These are gorgeous. Prism is getting that bundle. Thank you.
Prism.
All right, here is another one. This one's kind of cottage core looking to me. This is so pretty. Look at that. Lattice print. Then you got this gorgeous and this gorgeous. Set of 3 fat quarters. Here we go. 3 fat quarters. You got some cottage core vibes in that bundle. So pretty. Going to Tina. Congrats.
Tina Asbury.
This one is 2 because I didn't find anything I liked with it necessarily. They're the same print in 2 colorways. Let me see if we have a marked selvage on either of these. It is Moda. Simply Indigo. Oh, I think that's Moda. That's what we have on the selvage on that piece. And this one has the, oh, yes, this is Kansas Troubles Moda. Super cute. It's a little horseshoe cross star design. This one has something on it right there. See that? Don't know what it is. So there's a little mark on this one. So we're going to run these 2 together. Did we just get another raid? Oh my goodness. We're going to have to run this for $1 because I'm out of follower giveaways.
Emerald Expressions.
Emerald Expressions. Thank you so much for the raid. We're going to run this set of fat quarters. One of them has a little mark. We're going to run it for $1. And here is Emerald Expressions. Thank you so much for the raid and her next show. You don't have a show scheduled. So everyone just give her a follow. Tell us what you sell and when you're planning to have your next show. All right, so give her a follow. Here is a set of 2 fat quarters with that fun little design on there. Dollar start. One of them has a little mark on it. Here we go. These are super cute. Little horseshoe star. And this one has, where did I see that mark on it? Right there. There's something on it right there. And Prism is taking that
Prism
set.
house.
Congrats. Those are cute. All right. This set of 3 fat quarters. These are beautiful. Look at that one. What's that? Neat.
Cushion pins and reusable products. That's what Emerald
So
does.
fabric, custom pin cushions, and reusable products. Okay. Thank you so much for the raid. If you're a newer seller, I would love to have you join me in any of my seller chats. I can give you some tips about how to get started. And I do seller chats every Tuesday and Thursday morning. And we had one last night that you can rewatch on YouTube. So yeah, join me. I can help you out to get started.
See her lovely co-host.
All right, 3 fat quarters here. And $5 start. Here we go. That is running. Look how pretty these are. 1, 2, and 3. Fat quarters. Going to Prism.
Thank you, Prism House.
Thank you. All right. Let's do a batik fat quarter by itself, just because this one's so pretty and it was in this bin. Is it a batik? No, this is a screen print. I thought it was a batik. Screen print. The selvage has been cut off. Dollar start. So it's a fat quarter minus the fact that they cut the words off on the selvage. Okay. So here we go. Dollar start on this pretty fat quarter. It is a screen print. There we go. That's so beautiful. Hot pinks, orange, and it's running. If someone wants that pretty piece, going to Sunray. That's a purchase for someone whose name is Sunray, right?
Yep.
Bright, pretty piece.
Thank you, Sunray.
Thank you for your first purchase. All right, let's do this piece. Those of you that were wanting velvets, this is velvet, and it is Asian, probably from Japan. I don't know. That's what the selvage has on it. And it is a cotton velvet, and then it's a border print, so it has these designs. See that dragon on there? And then it's solid down below, but it has a little speckle in there. So, and is it metallic? Yes, it is metallic. And it's cotton velvet. And it is a 17.5 by 23. 17.5 by 23. Velvet, fat quarter size piece, running. It's a cool piece if someone wants that. So it does have that little metallic, and it is a cotton velvet. And Trini is taking that cool piece.
Trini Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trini Scott.
Coming to you. Does anyone ever use rayon? This is rayon. It's a fat quarter of rayon. See how it has that silky kind of drape? It's a gorgeous paisley. And it's just a fat quarter size piece, 18 by 22. Let's run it and see if someone wants it. For $1, it's gorgeous. I don't know what you would do with it, but it's sure pretty. Rayon, fat quarter. If someone wants it, it's pretty. And Trinity's gonna
So
take that.
takes that.
Yeah, if you do mixed media and other kinds of stuff, a little bit of something different is always nice. All right, let's see. These are just some kind of odds and ends in this bit. This one is, oh, this one's a batik. So pretty batik fat quarter. And let's see if this one is a fat quarter as well. 2 batik fat quarters. Ooh, that's pretty. 2 bright fun. This one has lots of colors in it, and that one's just gorgeous. So 2 batik fat quarters. Here we go. $2 a piece. Those are gorgeous. What's that? And this. Beautiful batiks. Going to Trini. Trini. We're going to have a batik show coming up soon. Make sure you have all my shows bookmarked. It'll just, the thumbnail will just change to say what it is. So just have all of our shows bookmarked and you'll get notified and you'll see when I change it to be a batik show. Those are coming to you.
Thanks, Trini.
All right, this is a fun piece. We're straying a little bit from the Civil War for a minute. This is a Moda sewing something.
Sewing.
And it's zippers on the diagonal. It's a fat quarter. That's a fun print, right?
Sewing the seeds.
Let's see. Okay, I have a what? My sound stupid. How do I pay? As long as you have your payment information in your wallet already, it's automatic.
Done.
So it's already done. You don't have to do anything. So if it let you bid, that meant you had, your either your credit card or Venmo or PayPal or whatever loaded, and it automatically charges it. Yeah. Yep. So beautiful.
But if you want to Venmo me
from
some
something
extra money
sewing.
fun, just to try.
Fat quarter
I'm game.
zippers on the diagonal. Here we go. $2 start. Moda zipper print from one of their sewing lines. It's super cute with the diagonal zippers. That's running. And Sun Ray is taking
Sun Ray takes that.
Thank you. All right, here is a more Civil War vibe bundle of fat quarters. 3 fat quarters. You get this gorgeous paisley, extra threads, no charge, little tiny dot circle print, and then this pretty one. So those 3 fat quarters, we're going back to the more Civil War 3 fat quarter set. Here we go. That's running. Beautiful paisley, this pretty little dot, red and black, and then this really pretty pattern. 3 fat quarters going to Trini. Thank you.
Thank you, Trini.
And let's do these are really pretty ones. Neutrals. This is gorgeous. Look at that one. That one. And that one I love. Those 3 really pretty neutrals. Fat quarters. $5 start. You get 3 fat quarters. There we go. Bundled. 3 fat quarters. Beautiful neutrals. Going to Cindy. That was a good deal.
Thank you, Cindy.
All right. Let's do some more pieces. Let's see, what do I have here? Let's do this one. All right, this one is marked Cashmere by Sentimental Studios for Moda. Gorgeous dark greens and reds and purples, paisley. And this is a full yard Moda. That's so pretty. Here we go. $8 start, you get the full piece. Cashmere by Sentimental Studios for Moda. It's running.
Do we have any Easter prints?
Probably not today.
Yeah, we curated
I'll
the
have
show.
some. Yeah, this is the estate sale, and it's Civil War mostly. So Monday we'll have more regular stuff, and I do know I have some
Thanks, Prism.
cute Eastery stuff.
Yeah, so just bookmark our Monday show.
All right, how about?
And if you've never been to if you haven't been to any of our designer upholstery fabric
home decor Fridays
shows are awesome.
Yeah, if you do a lot of mixed media stuff, don't miss a Friday show. We have these designer fabric samples that are fabrics that were in the hundreds of dollars a yard, and you get nice big fat quarter or even bigger sometimes pieces that you can do all kinds of stuff. A lot of canvasy type broadcloth, silks, wools, linens, um, lots of tapestry, jacquards, just some really fun, fancy stuff. All right, this is Kansas Troubles. So this is a Civil War type wrapped in paisley is the line it's from. It's a really cool ticking stripe with these fun little circle designs in it. It runs parallel with the selvage. This is a full yard. Here we go. That one is running. Nice honey color background. Love that color. And then those neat little circle designs with the ticking stripe. Full yard. Going to
I'll take that.
Thank you. Coming to you.
On a dusty road.
All right, no one snagged this early on. Let's rerun it. This one is 1 yard full width of fabric, and then there's 3/4 of a yard. Oh, I remember now. It's actually a 2 yard piece, and then there's some cutouts on the second half. So you're getting about 1 3/4 full width of fabric, and then some extra with those cutouts. And this one is an old Marcus Brothers. See the selvage on there, Marcus Brothers, Civil War era, corals and browns, tans. It's super pretty. So I wanted to sell the whole piece because it's harder to piece it out when there's been cuts out of it. So it's 2 yards essentially with that section cut out. So here we go. I'm gonna do $8 start. You get the whole piece, 1 3/4 intact, and then that little extra where it has some cutouts. This is so pretty. And that is going to Amazon. Good get. Let me get the tape off. All right, coming your way. All right. Is there anyone here that wanted felted wool that didn't get any? Because I can run a few more of the little bags, the medium-sized bags of felted wool. Any felted wool lovers that wants more?
Anyone?
No answer. Okay. No response on that. All right. How about let's do some flash sales of this stuff I have in the buy it now. So this one, let's see what we have left of this one. This one is called well, it's a Beth Ann Brusk design. And I've got 5 half yards left of this one. And let me get that running on flash sale. So if you want half yards of this for $4, it's such a pretty print. Beth Ann Brusk. Anyone wants some of that one? It's running for half yards. Thank you. Kind of a nice light yellow cream with that neat print. So that one's running on flash for a few more seconds. Let's see. Do you have the Kaffe stripe pieces today? I do. I'll have to run grab them. The shot cottons. Yeah, let me run grab them. So let me have Bert finish running these flash cells and I'll run grab those. I didn't bring them into the room, but I know where they are. So, all right, Bert. Okay, he stepped out. Give me a second. All right, this is a Riley Blake High Adventure. It's not a Civil War print. It's just a cool print by Riley Blake. And I thought I was out of this, but I measured it and I have 3 half yards still. So if you want some of this beautiful blue, kind of a little Alaskan style vibe, I think it's so pretty. And it's from a line by Riley Blake called High Adventure from 2018. So if anyone wants half yards of that, I've got 3 half yards left of that one. It's a neat diamond design. Thank you, Terry. And any of these that I show in the flash, if you buy more than 1 half yard, it will be continuous. All right. And then this one is a vintage Kona Bay. Let me see if that one's still got some left. 2 half yards available of this. And it is a medium blue with little berry sprigs. And here is the flash cell running on that for half yards. Tiny little sprig print on a medium blue. If someone wants some of that. Thank you, Tina. 13 more seconds on that if anyone wants the other half yard left. And as soon as Bert gets back in here, I'll have him run these and I'll go find those Kaffe shot cottons. All right, no one else on that.
I was getting bins. Did I hear my name called?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I'm gonna run get those Kaffe shot cottons if you'll run this on flash sale.
Okay.
So this one is called Cabin. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Did I sell this one out and not realize it? Oh no, this one's Ribbons and Roses. Sorry, I had the wrong one.
Guns and Roses. What?
Ribbons and Roses. And it's for a full yard. So instead of, because it's a larger scale print, I decided to do a full yard. So you get a full yard of this. The flash sale is running. Bert needs to come hold it.
If I can get back there. Hang on.
All right, so that's running, and I'm gonna go find those Kaffe shot cottons.
All right.
So if anyone wants a full yard of this, it's running. Ribbons and Roses Andover. And then run it one. Well, it's just
Bum 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 bum. How'd you like that disappearing act? Thank you, Prism House. Do 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 do. Look at the motion in the fabric. What else should I do with this? Do 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 do. Lava lava. Bum bum bum. Do 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 do. Is it still running? Is it still going, or did it run out of time? Pick and rejoice. Do, 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 do. Oh, it sold out? Yes! It sold out. So let's play a trick on Dana and sell one of her rollers. Look at how fuzzy this bad boy is. We should clean that for her. So I don't know what else I could show you. I'm going to put this on her pile. I don't know which pile she has it on, but let's look and see what else we have. Look at this really cool batik. Looks like peacock feathers. And I'll have Dana run this if somebody wants it. If somebody's interested in this when she gets back. This is a pretty big piece here. It looks like it's more than a yard.
Okay, sorry, it took me a minute.
Looks like it's about a yard and a half of batik. Let's see. Yep, it's a yard and a half of batik.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I just thought I'd show something
Yeah.
because the other one's sold out. So why don't you go ahead and run that?
Yeah. All right, batik. Let's see.
Geez.
All right, I run my half yards.
It's a yard and a half.
We'll do $5 starts and I'll run it 3 times for a half yard. This is gorgeous batik. Someone wants some of that. Half yard. JB is in for a half yard. Here is a second half yard of this batik running. Beautiful, kind of a peacock plume with lots of color. And Bella is taking a half yard. And here is the last half yard.
Did you miss any canvas? No, not
I haven't really run canvas today, no. So last half yard of that one's running if anyone wants it. All right,
Okay,
looks like we'll save the rest of that one for another day. Thank you. All right, the cave shot cottons or type. I can't, since they don't label these, I can't guarantee that they're cave except for that I know that there was a, let me show you why I know they're caves. Because we have this in there. So I know at least these pieces are capes. The rest that were in here, I mean, to me, I'm pretty darn sure this is, but without, they don't mark selvages. So, how it is. All right, let's start with some of these smaller pieces.
We tasted them, but couldn't tell.
And so cave shot cotton.
Physical therapy, that's a bummer.
This one is
Well, actually, I kind of like physical
a
therapy.
20-inch half yard. 20-inch half yard cave shot cotton. And I'm going to start these at $5. So if you want it, great. If not, don't worry.
Sometimes it's sticky on that rack thing and stretch your back. Oh,
that is running. Cool. Half yard cave shot cotton. It's a woven.
Pick and rejoice.
You know what they are, right? Okay, so it is a woven, and they kind of have a peppery look to them, and they're pretty cool. All right, here's another one. If you've never seen anything made with these, let me show you a little picture here that was in this bin. They make amazing kind of canthus style quilts. And you can do some of that canthus stitching on it too. All right, here's another pre-cut half yard. This one's gorgeous. Look at those colors. Cave shot cotton half yard. Here we go. They're about 20 inches. So nice half yard. Colors in that are amazing. Thank you for your bids. That one is going to
Pick and
rejoice. Thank you. This one's cool. It's got a more subdued look, but a similar color set. So it's more like muted tones. That's gorgeous. Here we go. Cave shot cotton half yard, 20-inch half yard. If anyone wants that one. No takers. All right. And then let me see what other, do you want to do deeper colors? How about this one? This piece looks like it's a fat quarter. Yeah, that's a fat quarter. Cave shot cotton. That one's, these have a lighter weight feel when you wash them. They thicken up and shrink a little bit in. But that's kind of how they are. So someone wants this fat
Any
quarter.
blues and turquoisey colors?
Yeah, I can grab some more. All right, so that fat quarter's running if someone wants that piece. Purples and terracottas. All right, let's see what I have in blue. Turquoise. How about this one? This one is one of the 21
some more wool we can
or
run
the 20-inch. Yeah, this is the 20-inch half yard. And it's coming in at 19-inch half yard. Here we go. Kaffe shot cotton.
Maybe when she's done with this, she can sell some more wool.
Yeah. So this one's got turquoise, blues, tans, greens. Elizabeth is taking that. You.
Now wait a minute. Pick and rejoice. Elizabeth Will bought something in.
Oh, she bought something else. Pick and Rejoice got that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your bin purchases. All right. How about this piece?
Thanks, Elizabeth. And
this one is a full yard. So full yard. Lots of color in there. And I do have some plaid ones, so I'll grab those too. All right, this one's a full yard. Let's run it for 10. You get the whole piece. There we go. Full yard, Kaffe shot cotton, stripe, turquoise, greens, tans. It's pretty. It's going to
Pick and rejoice.
Let's see. How about, let's see, this one's a plaid, right? That's what you meant by the plaid ones. All right, let's see how much is on this one. Oh, I forgot I had these actually listed in here. Let me see what I put them at. Yeah, I just had them listed so people would see them, but I'm doing $5 halves. This one's 2 full yards. Do you want the whole piece for 20? All right, you got it. The whole piece, 20. Here we go. That's running. That's gorgeous. 2 yards, Kaffe shot cotton, plaid. Pretty cool stuff. And Pick and Rejoice is getting that.
Pick and rejoice.
And then there is,
thank you, Pick and Rejoice,
a plaid that is in the red tone. So same kind of thing as the last one. And this one's also 2 yards. Do you want those 2 yards also for 20? You got it. Anyone else can bid. I'm just filling a request here. So if anyone else want Kaffe shot cottons, it's a good deal. And that's yours.
Pick and rejoice.
Congrats. 2 yards of beauty coming your way.
Thank you.
All right, wool.
Wool, yes, we have wool requests.
Wool requests. And then I can come back and do a little bit more of these. I don't have multiple bidders, so I can kind of hesitant to run more. What kind of, we want the felted wool or the regular?
Are you talking felted wool or regular wool? Guess I don't need to read.
So here's a medium. I'm just going to run one of these till you respond. This is the medium size bag of the felted wool.
Regular wool.
Oh, regular wool. Okay, let me run this while I have it, and then we'll pull some regular wool. This is a medium 4 to 5 ounce bag, felted wool pieces. So you get all of these. They're nice big squares or rectangles.
I didn't see any flag material earlier.
So that bundle is going to Cindy. All right, so no felted wool, regular wool. Okay, let me see what I have.
Well, she said either is fine, but that's okay.
All right, let me get back into this regular wool.
Thanks, Cindy.
Okay, how about this one is 20 inches width of fabric. It's kind of a heathered plum color wool, and it's a 60-inch wide piece, and then there's a tail. So there's about 20 inches width, and then see how there's a cut. So let me show you opened up. So 20 inches width of fabric plus some extra over here. That's your colors. That's really pretty. Regular unfelted wool. And let's see, what does this say? My babies. Okay, so I can run this. There we go. So 20-inch width of fabric, and then you get some extra on there, and it is 60 wide.
Karen, first purchase.
Thank you for your first purchase. That's a really pretty color. Nice wool.
Congrats.
All right, how about, let's run these two little plaid pieces. So unfelted, two big strips. They're 60 wide, and this one is about 10 inches wide by 60. And then this one, actually, this one feels like it might have been felted. Let me see. Yeah, I think that piece has been felted. All right, so we're going to put that with felt holes. So changing it up to this piece with a fabric, and it's about 16 wide by 60. So, or not 60, it's 16 inches by 60 width of fabric. So you get this piece and this piece. Okay, regular wool. Here we go. Two pretty plaids. Orange, black, and then this beautiful blue gray. And those are going to Cindy. All right. Most of the rest of these are either massive pieces that I'm not wanting to run today, or smaller pieces like that. So if those don't fit the bill, the smaller ones, then that's probably what we have for today.
So that's sold out. Did you want that?
Just leave it right there, because that was my buy it now pile.
Run the smaller, please.
Run the smaller pieces. Okay.
Got it.
All right, let me get some more pieces.
While she's doing that, I'll give you the dad joke of the day. I would tell you a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty lame. All right, this one is like a black, green
felted wool
plaid. And yes, we do have felted wool that we sell in little bundles. This one is 17 by 60 wide. 17 by 60 wide.
Turning leaf, we unbag the stuff the day that we do it usually. So I don't know what colored velvet we would have for Friday's show. Unless you know.
I don't know of any. Yeah. All right, that's running 17 by 60 wide.
Are you looking for something special?
Wool.
Leaf?
This is regular wool, not felted. And Cindy's getting that. All right, here is.
Oh, browns or burgundies? We'll look. We'll see what we can find.
All right, this
Thanks,
one
Cindy.
is a big wide strip, 60 wide, 18, so it's a half yard by 60 wide. Gray plaid. Regular wool, not felted. It's got a nice feel to this one. It's a good one.
Cindy Bro takes
Cindy's
that.
taking that.
Thank you, Cindy.
And then this one feels like it's been felted to me. Yeah, that one's been felted. This is just a little piece, just a little scrappy piece that I think has also been felted. Okay. Let's see if I have any other that are small without being too big. Let's see. 17 by 60. It's kind of a tweedy. It's got some slubby nubby in it. Neat design. 60 by 17. And it's got quite a bit of a fringe on there, but it's 60 wide, so it hasn't been felted. That's running. And Cindy's
Cindy
taking
Bro
that.
takes that.
All right, and I think that's all the pieces I'm willing to run because the rest of these are so massive that I don't really want to run them. Let's see. I can run this one. This one is 58 wide, but it doesn't. It feels like blanket wool, so I don't think it's been felted. Blanket wool typically is a little bit more fuzzy anyway, but this doesn't feel like it's. Yeah, and at 58 wide, I don't think it has been. But maybe. So I guess it's possible this one has been felted, but it feels that way. And it was in the bucket with the unfelted pieces. 19 by 58. Possibly felted. And so it's a half yard. That's running. It's a nice light kind of brown, teddy bear brown.
Cindy Bro takes that.
All right, that's all the wool regular unfelted that I'm willing to run today. Does anyone want me to run more of the felted pieces that are in the little bag sets? So this is a medium. All right, so let's see.
Thanks, Charles Mahler, for the purchase.
All right, so these are, except that's an unfelted piece. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry, I didn't know that there were some mixed ones. Let me see how much this weighs. All right, we're still at 4 ounces. So 4 ounces of felted wool. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pieces. They're all nice chunks of felted wool. Here we go.
Are there any greens in the bag? I think some of the bags had some green.
Yeah,
in
I'll
it.
look. Yeah, I see one that has some greens in it. I'll do that one next. And that one is going to Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
All right, another medium bag. This has a lot of green actually. So you've got several different greens and then a nice big piece of black in this one. That's running. Felted wool pieces. Thank you for your bids. And that's going to Cindy.
Cindy. Thank you, Cindy.
This one is one of the small bags. So the pieces in it are a lot smaller, but you get a little bit more variety with these because they're smaller. So let me just kind of show you. So little pieces that you would use to do the wool applique on quilts like this. The little pieces to make the different little flowers and leaves and stuff. So a nice small bundle, 3 ounces of wool scraps. Here we go. So you get a bunch of different colors and pieces in there. And Cindy's taking that. You guys custom bid to win. If you want to win some of this, you got a custom bid. And Melson is raiding. Thank you for the raid, Melson. And let's pull up Melson.
Thank you,
That's
Cindy.
Cindy's. All right, Melson with the raid. And I'm out of raid giveaways. You just reached 1,000. That's so awesome. Congrats. All right, everybody give Melson a follow. She just hit her 1,000 sales. It's Melissa. Here's her profile. And she has a show scheduled tomorrow at 10 a.m. to celebrate 1,000 sales. And she's running Moda Fabrics. Please, everyone, bookmark that upcoming show. Rock and roll. That's awesome. Congrats. So let's run something for $1. How about this pretty half yard? It is Clothworks. Marla, no. Someone McClosely for Clothworks. It's a nice little shirting type Civil War print, half yard, kind of an off-white with that tiny little print on it. Dollar start to celebrate Melson rating and that she just hit her 1,000 sales. Here we go. Dollar start on that half yard. That's a pretty little piece. Half yard, Clothworks. Going to
No,
Sheila.
Sheila.
Congrats.
Thank you,
That's
Sheila.
exciting. All right. Let's see. Another medium size bag, or these are the small ones, sorry. Small bag of wool. So, ooh, there's lots of greens in here, a little bit of red, some cream. So this is a small wool bag. Felted, 3 ounces of felted wool scraps. Here we go. So you get everything in there. Thank you for your purchase out of the buy it now. This is running all this wool. Thank you, Cindy.
Cindy.
All right, this is kind of an oddity, but this was a little bag of pre-cut tiny little wool circles. Everything in here, I think, is a circle that you would use for little flowers and stuff. And it doesn't weigh much, but I'm going to run it. So if someone wants this little bag of pre-cuts that she had already all cut out, here we go. That's running. So felted wool, little circles, all pre-cut out for applique. Cindy's taking that.
That.
All right, here is a medium felted wool.
Make sure it's all felted.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to open it and feel. Yeah, these are all felted. Okay, so this is a medium bag. So the pieces are bigger and the bag weighs 4 to 5 ounces. There we go. Felted wool pieces. You got some blue, some light yellow, this mustardy color. That's cool. It has a pattern in it. Some black and some cream. And Cindy is taking that. Sorry, you guys. Cindy wants the wool. If you want some, you're going to have to help bid her, I guess.
Like Cindy?
All right. And this is another medium bag. It's my last medium bag. So this is like a blanket piece. That's cool. And then we've got those pieces. All right. So 4 to 5 ounces felted wool. You still haven't gone through all the ones you got from last week. So here we go.
Turning leaf.
Turning leaf gets that one. Congrats.
Like
All right.
turning leaf.
And then let's do one of the large bags. Let me make sure they're all felted pieces. Bert put these together and he wasn't there. I guess there were some unfelted pieces mixed in. So I just have to make sure these all look like they've been felted. Yes, these are all felted. So this is a large bag, 8 ounces at least. And the pieces are bigger and you get more in it. Here we go. So we've got this nice light brown, some cream. That's a really cool piece. Some plaid, and then this nice caramel camel color. Bigger pieces. KJ is getting that bag. Thank you.
KJ.
All right, this one has a lot of brown and there's a big gray piece. So a large piece of the gray, that gorgeous one, that one, and that one. So a large bag, 8 ounces or more of felted wool. Gray and some pretty brown, and then that one's more camel color, I guess. And
Cindy
getting
Bro
that
takes
one.
that.
What time is it? 'Cause I need to wrap up pretty soon. We have our granddaughter coming today, so we've got to wrap it up pretty soon.
Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it.
All right. Let's make sure. Yeah, this one just has 3 big pieces. You've got a big piece of the blue, a big piece of the cream, and then this big chunk of tan. So a large 8-ounce bag of felted wool, 3 colors.
To wrap yourself in. Make some like a like an undershirt for with
And
it.
Deb, taking
First
that.
purchase.
Did you say you had more flag? I don't know of any other flag pieces right now. Whoops, I don't know what kind of bag you put this in, but it fell through.
Well,
Oh.
let's get a new bag for you, Dad.
Well, you just need to tape the bottom. Here. I'm handing it to you.
Thank you.
All right. And let's see, I think this one is not felted. I kind of felted.
Oh, this
Yeah, that
bag
one's
was
not. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so this one you're gonna get these 3 big pieces. This is a really cool, high textured piece. This one and this one. All right, so you're getting those 3 felted wool in this large bundle, 8 ounces or more. That's running. Those 3.
Cindy
Cindy's
Bro.
taking that.
Thank you, Cindy.
All right, I have 2 more bags of large pieces. And then that's all that we have prepped for today. So a nice big piece of tan, a big piece of cream, and a big piece of a medium blue in this bag. Felted wool weighs at least 8 ounces. 3 big pieces, 3 colors. And Cindy's taking that one.
Okay. Thank you, Cindy.
All right, this one is going to have this big piece of houndstooth, this piece of herringbone, a nice thick tan, and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. And that's running. Thank you for your bids. And Cindy is getting that. All right, that was the last bag. I do have some of the pieces I had to pull out that were not felted. So if someone wants this little bundle of pieces of wool that are not felted, big square, 2 big squares of this beautiful blue that are about 18-inch, 17-inch square, a big strip of this brown, a little swatch. That one might be felted. That one I'll put back. Okay, and then this one that's like a tweed that opens up, has a little cut out of it. So those, and let me just weigh this. These are unfelted. Oh, wait, maybe that one is felted. That one's felted. Never mind. Okay, so just the 2 blue and the brown, unfelted. Weighs 4.6 ounces. Someone wants these pieces that you can felt yourself. Here we go. So 2 big pieces of the pretty blue and then a big piece of the brown.
Do you feel like I do?
And
Cindy
Cindy
Bro
gets those.
takes those.
Okay. All right, let me run some more giveaways here. This is for everyone who made a purchase, buyer giveaway running, and where did my giveaway bin go? You get to choose a fat quarter. We're going to run these really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So the blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone in to win. Drawing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pick and rejoice. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which would you like? Fat quarters. Number 2 coming your way. All right. Again.
Congrats, pick and rejoice.
Everyone get in again. Fire giveaway. This is your thanks for staying with us all this time or coming into our show. Everyone get in that made a purchase. Drawing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for being you.
And
Deb
Spa gets to pick one. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4. That quarter number 3 is coming to you.
Congrats.
All right, last one. Everybody get in. And this one includes this and that simplicity mini quilt pattern that makes a 23 by 23. All right, you get a fat quarter and the little quilt pattern. Here we go. Everyone get in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drawing now. Going to turning leaf. You get the pattern and then tell me which fat quarter you want. 1, 2, or 3. Number 3. That's coming to you. Congrats.
Congrats.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you so much. You guys rock. And the next estate show, I will probably be not next week, but the week after. Just have all our shows scheduled, and you'll know, you'll be on one of them because I just use them and update the thumbnails and the titles. And so if you have them all bookmarked, you will have it. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go find someone to raid. I'd stay on longer, but we have our grandbaby coming, and she's almost 2, and you can't do shows with an almost 2-year-old. Impossible. She's everywhere and into everything. She's adorable. And let's go see who we can raid into.
Thank you, everybody.
We got so many raids today. I would love to raid someone who raided us, but they might not be on live again. So let's see. How about let's go raid into let's see. Antique and vintage textiles with Austin Oliver Auctions. It looks like they got a haul. So we'll go raid them. So raiding into, and the granddaughter just showed up. You guys want to see you want to see the cutest thing you've ever seen all day today? Here she is. Can you say hi? Hi to everyone. And here we go. Raiding over to Austin. Thanks, everyone. Love you. Bye.